Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Hope everybody had a good week. Hope everybody won this week in fantasy because I did not. I lost by fucking 3 points. Fuck me. But that's for tomorrow. All right, first we want to open the show and I gotta clap my hands. Congratulations to Albert fucking Pujols, man. I thought it,
700 home runs.
I thought it was gonna come down to like at least the last two games for him to get 700. And then you text me last night, 699. I'm like, oh shit, okay, all right. And then what is it like? A half hour, 40 minutes later, like 700.
Something like that, because I'm sitting there watching the Met game, and I'm like, yo, 699. This fucker's one away, and then in my head, I'm like, there's no way he's gonna hit the other one tonight, is there?
Oh man.
And then I seen something on because I'm sitting there watching the game, just going through Twitter and just reading shit, and I'm like, and then I seen it pop up, and I'm like, 700. I'm like, no way. And I click it, and I'm like, yo, this fucker ate two in one night. I was like, that's what's up, man.
It's fucking crazy. He's what? How old?
42.
42 years old. And Aaron Judge can't buy a home right now.
I mean, it sucks because he didn't do it at home. So, like, if you're a Cardinal fan, like, I feel for you. Like, it really... And the fact that it was done on Apple TV, like, it really should have been done at home with the Cardinal broadcast, you know, not one of these new streaming platforms and in Dodger Stadium. But
I mean, the funniest thing is, though, at least that he played for LA for a time. Right?
Yeah, but not enough.
No, not enough. But at least, like, those fans were very appreciative.
Which any fan in any stadium should be appreciative of that and be congratulating him in the event he does that in a visiting ballpark. But it's like,
but you know some fans and some stadiums. I.e., example, the Yankees, they probably would boo him.
I don't think so. But if that were to have been the case, then that would be just classless. But I mean, you know, whether you're a fan or not of that team, you have to tip your hat to that guy. I mean, 700 home runs, 22 years. I mean, that's just outstanding. You know, we'll never see that again.
I mean, we were talking about it last night. There's only three people that would be almost relatively close.
Semi-close, but I mean, they're not even gonna snip 600. So, you know, just like with
fuck me.
Just like the 300 game winner, we'll never see that again. And if we see it again, it'll be the last guy. No, it won't. He's too far. He just hit 200. He needs 100 wins, and he's already 40 years old almost.
Wait, who? Verlander, right?
If he plays that much longer, it's maybe possible. But even if he achieves it, there's never going to be another person to achieve that. So, you know, the game is changing, faster pace. You know, it's.
It's getting faster. The pitching is getting better, so it's going to be harder. You know, both pitching and the batting has gotten better, so it's like we're not going to see a 700 guy likely, and we're not likely going to see a 300 winner.
No, it's not going to happen.
I think the bar now for these accolades is going to take a little bit of a drop. And I'm not discounting anybody who's hit the 700s and had the 300 wins. I just think that bar now because of all the changes is going to go from can you make it to the 700 club? It's going to be can you make it to the 600 club? Can you make it to the 200 club? Those will be those big accolades later.
I mean, I don't think it'll. I mean, obviously it'll be an accolade, but I just don't think it'll be something that's really talked about. Like, oh yeah, this guy got his 200th win last night. Okay, cool. Like, yeah, but it's not gonna be like the 300 wins, 700 home runs. You know, like now with all these rule changes, I mean, it's to be determined how many stolen bases are now going to be yielded from these bigger bags and everything. So. is this? I mean,
We discussed it. The bases are going. They're getting bigger by like what? An inch and some change, 3 inches all around in diameter. Like the area of the base is expanding by 3 inches. And 3 inches doesn't sound like a lot, but it is.
no, but it's like a lot of those times where you see a guy slide into third or slide into second, and they try and they grab onto the base, and their arm is coming across the bag, and then they their hand falls off the bag because there's no more bag that they can grab onto. That extra 3 inches is gonna be a big difference.
Oh, yeah, ask my wife.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I couldn't resist that one. I was a layup. I had to take. I mean, just all around, congratulations. He's the fourth player to do it.
Well, third in my book.
Well,
I don't count Barry Bonds.
All right.
Just like I seen this tweet last night, where they were talking to Roger Maris's son. The single season home run record is 61.
Yeah, Roger Maris's record. 100%.
But I'm saying so that 72 or 73 by Barry Bonds, I don't consider it.
I mean we've had this conversation so many times. I mean, I don't want to open up a can of worms because it gets a pretty lengthy.
No, but I'm saying we're in the topic of discussion about home run records and stuff.
Yeah.
So, when and if.
Well, I think Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame, but not for the home runs. For the walks and steals. He deserves to be in for that. But they'll never let him in.
So then you go vote for him.
Well, I mean, we already talked about that. We don't. To be honest, it should be fucking sports writers voting. It should be other guys. Or hey, make a steroids Hall of Fame. He'll be fucking first ballot there. Like Bill Burr. I wanted him to just come out as one big peck muscle and just fucking swing back. Barry, Sammy, and McGuire, they were fun to watch. Steroids, cork back. It sucks when we find out later. But in that moment, it was cool moments to watch.
Yeah, I mean, 98 was fun watching McGuire and Sosa chase a home run record. But, it is what it is.
Now, Pujols has never been suspended or caught for steroids, right?
Never.
Okay, good.
22 years, all the drug tests and everything, never no issues. And yeah, if you look at him now, yeah, he's gotten a little bit bigger, but that's just because he's
aging.
He's 42. He's got a gut now, a beer belly. But if you look at him, if you look at the track record over the course of his 22 years, he's stayed the same.
Yeah.
You've never seen his body get increasingly bigger. So.
Well, I mean, if say Barnes, the way he got bigger, yes, he with the steroids, but he still had to put the work in. I mean, he still had it. You have to gain that weight into muscle.
Yeah, but do you see how scrawny that fuck used to be?
Yeah, he was really.
And then he walked out onto the field one year, and magically he's like, oh. Wipe his own ass.
I mean, look, if he had did it in stages, it probably like people would argue like, nah, he wasn't on steroid that year or that year. Like you could see him progressively, hitting the gym and working and shit like that. But like fucking cock diesel.
It's crazy.
I mean, I think later. I remember when I was a kid, there was a video. Like later in his career, like his last 2 years, his knees were so bad that when he'd get out of the car, like two training staff, training members would have to carry him into the stadium, and then pick him up and drop him into ice baths every day, just so he could his knees and all the inflammation would go down and everything, just so he could practice and play.
Right.
So I was like, Jesus. And the steroids probably deteriorated some parts of his body.
Yeah, no, I bet. And playing the outfield doesn't help either.
Yeah, and as big as he was, I'd have been like, yeah, fat ass, first base. You know what I mean? Stand there.
Honestly, no, I would have just shipped his ass off to the American League and just told him he's got a DH for the rest of his career.
And he probably would have been like, okay.
So,
Well, besides Barry, I mean, just still congrats to Albert Pujols. Do you think he's going to give it one more year now or
no?
no, he's done.
Well,
What's the most home runs?
Bond 762.
Well,
Well,
the one before that.
I forget, but I know Babe is next on the list with 714.
Oh,
dude, why not?
See,
he doesn't need to play anymore.
No, I know that. But like, come on, Poole, one more year just to beat Babe's record.
You're being greedy now.
What?
You are like 700 is a lot. 22 years.
Yeah,
but Danny, if I said
to achieve that, it's.
But Danny,
what I'm saying is, like, okay, so
if I said go after Bonds' record of 767, now that's greedy and that's egregious because that's a lot of that's 3 or 4 more years just to eclipse that. I'm talking about you can't play another year as DH and hit 20. Well, he's 21 home runs now.
He's got
21 on the year, yeah, because 20 was number 699.
Still, I mean, I feel it's greedy. I mean, if he was all right, if he was like 10 shy of Barry Bonds,
yeah,
I'd feel different and say, yeah, go try to go play 1 year to eclipse that, because Bonds should not be the all-time home run leader. So I would advocate for that. But the fact that he just hit his 700th last night,
he's like 10 games to go.
He's 14 away from
Babe.
From Babe, you know what? It just walk away gracefully.
So you mean like kind of have
homage to Babe and respect to Babe and be like, I'm not going after it.
There's no need.
I'm in the club. I don't need to be the head of the club.
Exactly. But if it was to eclipse the steroid user in Barry Bonds, I'd advocate for him doing it. But where he's at, he doesn't need to do it.
We're on 2 different pages.
I want him to beat Ruth's record. You want him to beat Bonds' record. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're like, if
we're on the same page of
giving it a shot, but just going after different people.
Yeah. So where he sits, I think it's fine. I mean,
no, he's definitely a first ballot Hall of Fame. There's no doubt about that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was unanimous.
Like that 99% or something like that.
100%. I would not be surprised.
All right. You want to hit us with the standings,
sir?
Shout.
Let's hear
that. I know.
So in the National League Central, the Cardinals have a 7.5 game lead over the Brewers. They're 89-63. The Brewers are 81-70. The Cubs 66-85. The Reds 59-92. The Pirates are 55-96. In the NL East, the Mets, they're 96-56 with a 2.5 game lead over the Braves. They are 93-58. The Phillies are 83-67. The Marlins are 62-89. And the Nationals are 52-98. In the NL West, the Dodgers, they have a 21 game lead over the Padres. They are 104-47. The Padres are 83-68. The Giants are 74-77. Padres 70-82, and the Rockies are 65-86.
Oh no, we still suck.
Fucking terrible. Hey man, I big ups to the fucking Phillies, man.
Hell yeah, let's go, fighting Phils.
Yeah, but we were like flabbergasted by that firing in the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
like, whoa. Why are you doing that? Girardi's a good coach.
And now between then and now, I think they're. At one point I know they were 20. They were a 20 plus differential as far as wins and losses, but they've.
Damn. I mean,
they've been on a fucking tear.
And I'm a Mets fan.
So you want this to happen because they're playing Atlanta. You like, give me the space. Give me the space.
The Mets are playing Oakland. Just
look
for yourself a little bit.
I looked at the fucking box score before the game was over. Everybody on the team had a fucking hit besides James McCann.
Yeah, because he sucks ass.
Well, they pepper him in every now and then.
Honestly, I don't see how they can give him a postseason roster spot. But I mean,
that's Nito's spot.
Tomas?
Well, they're gonna carry two catchers. I mean, you got to carry two catchers, but I mean, I can't wait for Alvarez.
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll be up by next year.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, granted, there's no guaranteeing if he's really gonna be the real deal, but I think he's gonna be the real deal. I can't wait for this kid to show up. I really can't. 100%.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
I mean,
we
we
know.
know.
Well, we
Well,
know the
we know the
Dodgers
Dodgers
are probably going
probably
to
gonna
win
win
110
110
games.
games.
Yeah.
I
I
think they
think
can
they
win
can win
6 out of 11. The
the
last
last
11
11
games.
games.
Um, the
The
Padres
Padres
and the
and the
Brewers.
Brewers.
Brewers
Brewers
been
been
playing
playing
better
better
as
as
of
of
late.
late.
They
They
beat
beat
up
up
on
on
the
the
Yankees.
Yankees.
The
The
Mets
Mets
smacked
smacked
them
them
around for
for
2
two
games.
games.
Yeah, but they're not getting any help from Philly right now, and they can't help themselves. They're just.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they,
but
they
they
could
could
potentially
potentially
still
still
steal
steal
that
that
spot
spot
from the
from the
Padres.
Padres.
I mean, if the Padres continue to flatline, maybe,
At
At
but
11
11
games and
games
they're
and they're
only
only
2 games out.
2
two
games
games
out.
out.
I don't see it,
Neither,
but
I mean,
I'm
I'm
speculating on
speculating
it.
on it.
I don't
I
think
don't think
Milwaukee's going
Milwaukee's
to get
gonna
in,
get him,
but I
but
would
I would
like to
like to
see,
see,
you
you
know,
know,
dude, they don't
they
do
don't do
tiebreaker
tiebreak
games
games
anymore, do
anymore,
they?
do they?
no.
Nah, ain't
Ain't
that
that
bad.
bad.
From talking about it last week to this week, the last week made a difference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
did.
did.
They lost 2 out of 3 to the Mets, and everybody ahead of them was winning. So, it just
Well, I
it
want to
Well,
take a
we
look
take
at
a
the
look at the
pot. Well,
pot.
they're
Well, they're
playing the
playing the
Rockies.
Rockies.
Well, that's
That's
gimme
gimme
games.
games.
so.
Oh, wow,
Oh
the
wow, the
Rockies
Rockies
beat them
beat them
last
last
night.
night.
Well, all
Well,
right,
all
so
right.
they
So
play
they
the
play the
Rockies for
Rockies
2
for
more
2 more
days, right?
days,
And
right?
then they
Then they
play
play
LA.
LA.
Now,
That's,
LA can
LA can
essentially
essentially
just
just
rest
rest
everybody
everybody
if they
if they
wanted
wanted
to.
to.
I don't think they will, though.
I'm saying in a
Saying in a
sense.
sense,
You know
I
what I
you know
mean?
what I
know,
mean?
but I don't think they will.
But
But
the
the
Dodgers
Dodgers
definitely
definitely
could
could
beat
beat
them.
them.
I don't
I
know
don't
the
know the
White
White
Sox,
Sox,
how
how
they'll
they'll
play
play
against them.
against
And
them.
then
And
they
then
have
they
the
have the
Giants.
Giants.
Who
So
you,
So
who you talking about?
the
the
Padres, this
Padres,
is
this
who
is
they
who they
have. They
have.
have
They
2
have
Right.
more
two more
games with the
games with the
Rockies, then
Rockies.
they
Then they
play
play
the
the
Dodgers 3
Dodgers
games,
3
then
games.
the
Then
White Sox,
the
then the
then the
Giants, and
Giants,
then
and then
that's
that's
it.
it.
I mean, the Brewers. You figure today they're in Cincinnati. Then they go to St. Louis. No, I'm sorry. Then they go back home to play St. Louis for 2, and then they play the Marlins.
I think
I think their schedule's a
this is
little
a
bit
little bit
more
more
a little
Harder.
easier.
easy.
I
I
think
think
the
the
Padres'
Padres'
schedule is a
schedule is a
little
little
harder.
harder.
You figure because they finish Cincinnati, then they go back home to play St. Louis. They go back home. They have a 4-game set against Florida. If they can split with St. Louis and hopefully maintain that 2-game lead starting against Miami on the 29th, they have a puncher's chance because then after Miami they have a 3-game set at home again. So their final 7 games are at home, and they're against sub 500 teams. So if they can maintain that 2-game gap against these lesser division teams,
You
it's
talking about the
About the
possible.
Padres?
Padres?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the Brewers.
Okay, well
Okay,
they're
well they're
down
down
2
two
games,
games,
so they
so
That's
gotta.
they
what I'm
gotta.
saying. If they can get it, start that series at home against Miami, that final 7 games, they have a chance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially with
especially with
the
the
Padres
Padres
playing
playing
LA and
LA
then
and then
playing the
playing the
Dodgers and the
Dodgers and the
Giants.
Giants.
Yeah,
And the
And
Rockies could be
the
douchebags
douchebags
and
and
possibly
possibly
take 2
take
out of
two out
3
of
from
three
them
from them
too.
too.
They took last night.
Last night,
They won 4-3.
4-3.
well, hopefully the Padres keep losing. I mean, just for the sake of the Mets, depending on who they're playing. I mean, it don't really matter, but you know,
Well, I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
152 with
with
10
10
games
games
left,
left
and
and
3
3
of them
of them
being
being
against
against
Atlanta.
I know they gotta finish Oakland, then they have Miami, and then they have
Atlanta,
Atlanta,
three after Atlanta.
and then they have with 3
with
with the
3 with the
Nationals.
Nationals.
Yeah, so
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 hopefully
hopefully
Philly
Philly
can Hopefully,
Hopefully,
Philly can
Philly could
steal
steal
another
another
game.
game.
Hopefully.
If they
If they
steal
steal another game,
that'll make it
make
three
it
and a
3.5.
half. And then
And then essentially, I think
if you
if you
win
win
two on
2 on
Atlanta,
Atlanta,
win two
two
on
on
Atlanta, that makes
Atlanta,
it. That can make
can
it
make it
5
5
games.
games.
Depending on where they at when they go into the series next weekend.
Well,
Well,
hopefully
they're up. They're up
by
by
when they go into that
that
series.
series. They're up 3 games.
Hopefully
Hopefully, Atlanta makes up that other game.
Right. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, they make that if they beat them twice,
I mean,
and they make it like 4, they make it like 5, 6 games.
That's
what you're hoping for.
Right.
Because if
Because
it's
if
at
it's
3
at 3
games,
games,
you
you gotta at least win 1 game there.
One game still guarantees you the division. I mean, at least you don't lose it at that point.
Yeah.
And then you go on to play Washington. So
yeah, you'll be up 2 games.
As long as you can beat Washington, even if Atlanta wins, you still win the division.
Yeah.
So.
Very interesting for Met
Mets
fans
coming down the stretch here.
Yeah.
I mean, you
handled business last night. Bassett pitched
8 innings.
Yeah,
8
other 8 innings. When I listened to the game a little bit, it sounded like he was there was an error or something like that. I think on Oakland's part, though. I can't
they made a couple errors last night.
Oakland?
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's what we're talking about. All right.
8 innings from Bassett. Not bad. Not bad. All right, so the American League standings. AL East, the Yankees 92 and 58. They're 8.5 up over the Rays and Blue Jays, who are 84 and 67 apiece. The Orioles 79 and 71. The Red Sox 72 and 78. Well, the Yankees pretty much locked that division.
And it's not set in stone, but yes,
it's locked up.
You
gotta lose. You tell me you're gonna
9 out of your last 11,
or 10 out of the last 11.
You know,
that'd be fucking crazy.
You lose 10 games in a row, you don't even deserve to be a fucking playoffs like that.
I mean, they'd still be a wild card team.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
I'm honestly kind of disappointed
in
the Rays
and
the
Blue Jays.
You know, on paper they're better teams than the Yankees.
And you let the Yankees hold that massive lead, even with how shitty
they were playing at the time.
They just couldn't. They just couldn't finish them off.
They had all the fucking time in the world.
They did. But hey, they're both going to be playoff teams.
Yeah.
So, knock them out in the playoffs if you play them.
Yeah.
Well, one of them's gonna.
Yeah.
Well, one of them is gonna definitely play them.
All right. So
Cleveland Indians are 84 and 67.
They're 8 up on the White Sox, who are 76 and 75. Twins 73 and 78. Royals 62 and 89. Tigers 58 and 92. Good year for Cleveland.
Yeah.
The Twins
started out pretty good. You know.
And then it kind of went
downhill.
It did, and now Byron's done for the year.
Oh, he is?
Why? What happened?
He fucked up his knee last night. Man, this kid just can't stay fucking healthy. Byron!
The White Sox. I mean at
a time we thought they may catch Cleveland.
Over the last week or so, I remember. I think they were like 2 or 3 games out of the wild card. Now they're 6.5 and they're 8 back. Yeah, they're done.
Yeah. The AL West, the Astros 99 and 53. They're 16 games up on the 82 and 68 Mariners. The Angels 66 and 85. Rangers 65 and 85. The Athletics 55 and 96. Well, good year for the Astros. Good year for the Mariners. And they that Luis Castillo trade. Got another. That definitely helped. And the way they're playing. Young team.
Yeah. Now Rodriguez is out on the injured list now.
Yeah, I see that for what?
Lower back.
Oh, what is that, like a 15-day IL.
10-day IL right now.
All right.
All right.
So, but essentially probably still just day to day. But they're not going to take any chances with him. They honestly, I think they're. I mean, unless Baltimore makes a charge, they're pretty much set in stone in the third wild card spot. Um, I'd say the last three wild card spots for the American League are essentially still undecided because
No,
they're
they're
definitely
definitely decided, bro.
no, yeah, as far as the teams, but I mean, the fact that they're only separated by about a game and a half, it can still fluctuate over this last week. I mean,
We know the Rays and Blue Jays are in, but they have the exact same record.
That's what I'm saying. So depending on how they play and depending on how Seattle plays, Seattle could definitely get that first spot.
Oh yeah, they're 1.5 out.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Positions are still undecided.
Shit.
For the National League, 5 and 6 are undecided. Milwaukee's still lingering, but I feel like
Milwaukee's just sitting there.
But I feel essentially that it's done for them. So
barring if San Diego melts over these, like if they go 5-5 over their last 10, and Milwaukee goes 7-3, Milwaukee can bounce them.
They could, and their next is going to be easier, but I still say they're done. So,
right.
So
then the Padres would be.
It's between the Phillies
83 and 67,
Atlanta 93 and 58. Padres 83.
Oh, yeah, that Padres and Phillies are kind of fighting for the,
I guess
the
sixth
or the fifth seed.
Yeah.
Because it'd be Dodgers 1, Mets 2, Cardinals 3, Atlanta 4, between Philly and Padres 5 and 6.
Yeah.
So 4 plays. Who? Because 1 and 2 would break. 3 would play 6. And 4 would play 5. So the Cardinals essentially would be playing
Atlanta.
No.
They'd be playing Atlanta and Milwaukee, San Diego and Philly would be playing each other.
Yeah, but the Braves are the 4 seed,
so they would play the 5 seed.
The Cardinals play the 6 seed. So the Cardinals would probably play the Padres. And Philly would be playing Atlanta.
All right. Yeah.
Well, Philly. Maybe Philly. Are they in Philly? Yeah.
No, they're gonna be in.
No. Where are they playing?
They're in Philly right now.
All right. So that
contributes
to a little bit more comfortable.
But they have to go down to Atlanta for 3.
Philly's competing.
Yeah, I would love to see them knock out Atlanta in the wild card round. And then they'd have to go on to play the Dodgers. And then the winners of San Diego and St. Louis would go on to play the Mets. That'd be crazy to see. Wow.
Well, out of
which of those teams do you want to see?
Honestly, at this point, I really don't care anymore.
What do you mean?
It don't matter. They're in. As long as they're healthy, as long as their pitching is healthy, they can obviously beat anybody. So I really don't care at this point.
I would. Shit.
I mean, I get it. Fans would say, "Oh, well, let's take the lesser road." Yeah, I feel you, but to be the best, you have to beat the best.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter if you're going to play that first round. The second round is the third round is when it's either you're going to be playing, the Dodgers or
Atlanta.
Oh my God! Fuck that, man.
That's like which of the lesser two evils do you want? The best team in baseball this year, or do you want last year's World Series champs?
Honestly, I want Atlanta. I mean, it really don't matter, but I want Atlanta.
You
You
just
just
want
want
to
to
shove
shove
it
it
down
down.
their throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I
fucking
do.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard it.
it.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
I
don't
don't blame you for that.
And if it went 7, Game 7 would be at Citi Field.
all
All
right.
right.
All right,
All right, so that's why.
That stadium is gonna be rocking.
Rocking.
Yo, oh man, it's crazy.
So it's either the Cardinals or the Padres. And the Cardinals, 6-4 in their last 10. That's a 7-3.
Yeah.
It's gonna
It's
be
gonna be
interesting.
interesting.
I mean, the
I mean, the
American
American
League.
League, like, all right, so
Yankees and
and
Astros get the bye.
bye.
Cleveland's
Cleveland's
number
number
3.
3.
The
The
Blue Jays, the
Rays,
and
and
then the
then the
Mariners.
Mariners.
So the
So the
Mariners
Mariners
could
could
potentially.
potentially.
Oh, Jesus, man,
Jesus,
it's 1.5
1.5
games.
games.
No, a half.
No, half.
It's
Yeah,
1.5.
it's 1.5.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
like
1.5.
2 games.
Yeah, it's 1.5 games.
It's nothing.
Yeah, but that'll be
That'll be
rectified
rectified
within
within
the next week
because everybody's going to be almost at the same exact
number
number
of
of
games.
games.
They
It should be by
almost
next
weekend.
weekend.
Well, by the time the season's over, everybody plays the same amount of games. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, not by next weekend because you got to figure by next Wednesday or October 5th is probably going to be the last day because I know that's when Milwaukee's last game is. So yeah, by next Wednesday. I mean, not this upcoming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday.
The following
Following
Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, the following.
And
You know what the funny thing is? You said it fucking drags out. These last 10 games,
like
these last 15 games,
just go
so
fucking
slow. It's like we went
100
right all the way, like 140, and
everybody,
everybody, and then it was like
slow. It's like,
yeah,
just
I
get
said
it
that
over
to
with
myself
already.
last night. It was like, yo, this last week and a half always drags so much ass. Yep. I agree.
It does. It goes so fucking slow.
Because
It's like, come on, I want the bracket set already.
And you want it to end in the playoffs to start already. It's like,
well, I just
want
want
at least the bracket to be set.
You know what I mean? So then we
We
can
can start, looking at
team versus
team action matchups. You know what I mean?
right.
Because Milwaukee floating around, and then the Mariners with a potential chance to
fucking hop either the
Rays or the Blue Jays
to go
to go 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And hey, man, no, not for nothing. Don't count out Baltimore, man. I mean, they are only 3 games out with 11 to go. It is possible. It's not.
All right, well, hold on. Let's take a look at
Baltimore's.
And depending on how Seattle plays,
dude, but they're playing Houston right now.
Yeah.
Then
they got the Red Sox for 4.
Yeah,
Baltimore.
Yeah.
And then they have the Yankees for 3, and then the Blue Jays for 3. That's no easy fucking finish to the season.
No, it's not. In Seattle, they're playing Kansas City right now.
I mean,
wow.
Baltimore's
taking fucking 2 games from Houston already. 2-0, 6-0, and they have 2 more games against them. You know what, Danny? They may have a shot at doing it. I hope. Right, so who's got to be the guy that's got to go?
What
team's going to go?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be Seattle. I mean, Seattle, they finish up a series with Kansas City this weekend, but then they're going back home to play the Rangers. They go back home to play the Athletics, and they go back home to play the Tigers.
Oh my
God. That's a layup for them.
So their final 10 games are at home.
I mean the Blue Jays and the Rays, it's going to be one of them. And they've been so up and down this year. It's like, Jesus, like.
If one of them fall out of the top 2 spots, and if Baltimore can catch.
Well, I'm gonna look at. All right, so the
Rays and the Blue Jays are playing
each other right now. The
Rays won
10-5 and then 10-6.
10-6.
So two more with the Blue Jays.
Look up Tampa Bay's.
I
got it. Yeah.
The two more
versus the Blue Jays.
3
Three
versus
versus the
Indians. Then
Then they play 3 versus Houston.
Then 3
And 3
versus
versus
Red Sox.
So the Blue Jays, they have, after the series against Tampa Bay, they have 3 at home against the Yankees, 3 at home against the Red Sox. And then they have 3 on the road in Baltimore.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I think the Blue Jays have the harder schedule.
They definitely do. I mean, they have the Red Sox sandwiched in between. Yeah.
In between.
In between the Yankees and the Orioles, but yeah, the Blue Jays definitely have a harder schedule.
Yeah. So I mean, the Blue Jays could potentially be out on their ass if Orioles do their thing to come up and steal the 6. Because the Mariners and the Rays will move up.
Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, not for nothing. I mean, I'm actually gonna say this, but depending on how Baltimore finishes out this weekend series going into Monday or Tuesday, I just might.
Well, I mean, Baltimore's schedule is tough too.
Yeah, but I'm saying I just might secretly be rooting for the Yankees to beat the Blue Jays. Help out Baltimore a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I'm not doing it.
No,
not even secret. Fuck the Yankees, bro.
No, I know, but imagine Baltimore gets in, and then Baltimore plays the Yankees, and then Baltimore knocks out the Yankees in the playoffs.
Yeet. Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, people are gonna be pissed.
Yep.
Grab your pitchforks and your fucking bonfire. Gotta set this shit ablaze.
That'd be crazy. Super crazy.
Yeah, it would. I mean,
honestly, I think it's the AL is more worth watching right now.
Absolutely.
When it comes to this playoff race.
100%. Definitely.
Very interesting.
Did you look at Baltimore's schedule?
Yeah,
I'll
look
it
again.
up.
I thought you went over Tampa Bay.
No, I went over. So
they got Houston for 2 more games.
Then they got the Red Sox for 4. The
Yankees for 3.
And then Toronto, yeah.
And then 3 with Toronto.
I mean,
they can do it.
If they win the next 2 against, Houston, and then take 3 out of 4 from the Red Sox, maybe 2 out of 3 from the Yanks, and then fucking 2 out of 3 from the Blues, they can be in.
Yeah.
They can fucking
catapult themselves right into that bitch.
Yep.
They're in prime position to do it. All the Blue Jays got to do is literally
the last 10, 11 games
is just win
7 games. And then they'll probably hold off Baltimore.
Yeah.
Which will
suck.
Well,
I would love to see Baltimore. They absolutely deserve it the way they did this year.
Well, I mean, they deserve to be competing for it. They don't deserve it yet, but they deserve to be competing for the wild card.
I can agree upon that. All
right, well, that's baseball for this week, guys. I mean, there's really not much more to talk about. It's just gotta watch the games to see how it plays out.
Yeah, and Aaron Judge is
one away from tying.
That, and he's most likely going to win the Triple Crown this year.
Yeah. For the AL.
The last Triple Crown winner we had was Miguel Cabrera in 2012.
Damn.
So
10 years.
Yeah. That doesn't happen too often.
Yeah. And that's definitely puts him over Ohtani
for the
MVP.
100%. And then he's definitely going to be, even if he re-signs with the Yankees, he's definitely getting paid more than
$450.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. If not more, if not 5.
Wow.
He banked on himself, and then
that's a pretty good bank
here. He banks on himself, breaks the all-time single-season record for the Yankees, and wins a Triple Crown. Are you kidding?
And MVP.
Are you kidding me? I want 500 million, motherfucker.
Yeah,
bro.
100%.
Yeah, but
Yeah, can the Yankees afford it?
Oh,
That's the better question.
Yeah, they can, but I mean, at that point, should they? I mean,
I don't know. I
But I
think
think the other pinstripes across town can
I don't
afford it
want
more than them.
they can afford it regardless, and I'm not saying they shouldn't bring him back, but it's like at that point, for 500 million for 8 to 10 years, is it really a safe contract, a good contract for them to invest into?
I think that's too much money over a short period of time.
If it's 500,
You got to play 15 years,
bro.
And he's already 30. He's already 31, I think.
Jesus.
So I mean, yeah,
that's a lot of money.
I mean, he
gonna get paid.
Oh, definitely.
There's only going to be like 2 or 3 teams in the market for him that
could really
afford him.
That'd be the
Yankees, the Mets, and Boston.
And they're even saying right now that the Mets are the favorites to sign him. And I really don't want him. I really don't.
Hey man,
if he fucking averages 40 home runs and 100 RBIs a year, I wouldn't complain.
No.
Matching him with
Pete and Lindor.
And that lineup already.
Him and Pete back to back.
Like Nemo, Lindor, right?
No,
Nemo, Marte,
Lindor,
Pete, Judge. Geez, that's just that front six is just so diabolical.
No.
Like,
yeah,
like Jeff McNeil
and Eduardo Escobar,
Mark Canha, Francisco Alvarez.
Jeez.
Now you're looking like a bomb squad.
Yeah. If they were to acquire him, I'm sorry, they're the World Series favorites.
Yeah.
Like that's and I'm just saying him hit his average. 400 home runs and 100 RBIs. Like that's another bat that and it's and the way he's hitting this year, it's not even like he's hitting bombs, bro. He's connecting like everything. Like he'll have
a day where he'll go 0 for 4 or whatever.
But then you know the next 3 games it's
4 home runs and
like 12 RBIs, and you're like, I'll live with that, bro. I'll live with that.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
And then it just makes oh my god, like you really
can't walk nobody unless they beat
unless you get past
Judge. You really can't walk.
No.
Because if you walk somebody, it's like I just run around, and now I face Marte, Lindor, Judge, and Lonzo. The next 4 batters.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for any rotation. That's a scary fucking.
Yeah.
And then they got just saying they have Scherzer, and then fucking what's his face resigns. DeGrom comes back.
Even if you don't resign, you because I know that they most likely will probably go after Verlander. And then Bassett.
Oh my Lord.
Carrasco, Walker. It's.
And they add some pieces for the bullpen.
A must.
I mean,
they're looking scarier next year than this year.
Oh yeah.
If with the addition of Judge.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you pretty much got almost everybody locked in.
Besides a few guys that you let go to save some room for cap or whatever it is.
There's no need that phrase doesn't even exist in Metland. Saving space.
It doesn't exist anymore. I was talking to my mom about it last night, and I said, you got Steve Cohen over there,
who's a billionaire who just don't give a fuck, and will just drop the money like, yo, bow. How you feel about that?
Seriously.
Well, you're gonna have to pay a 30% tax on that. I don't give a fuck.
He makes enough.
Exactly.
He's already got enough.
Yeah. More than enough.
How about that?
I bet you he's got so much in his bank account that when he opens up his bank account to look at how much is in it, it says error because it can't go on anymore.
Oh shit. It's gonna be interesting
that off season.
I mean, we're coming to the off season.
I can't wait for it. the winter meetings in December.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Shit's gonna start getting shaken where
Oh,
people
it's
are
gonna
gonna
be
start
a
going.
hot stove this year.
Definitely.
All
All right,
right,
so
so you
we'll
want
do
to
the
do the
hated
hated
alerts.
alerts?
Show.
All
All
right,
right,
you first.
yes.
Hate it or love it. The Giants signed Lamar Jackson.
Fuck
Fuck
you.
you.
I
I hate it.
I know you do.
Why
Why
would
would
you
you
do
do
that
that
to me?
to me?
Because I heard that on the fan the other day, and they're gonna have the money to be able to do it. And honestly, that gives Brian Dayball, whatever his name is, not on the same level, but that gives him a Josh Allen-esque type of player.
Yeah.
Mobile with the legs. Compared to Daniel Jones, has an elite arm.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know, so, and honestly, I think that if they did that, that would take the Giants from some
Oh, they're right
They're
in
right in
contention.
contention.
like that. So
At that
At that
point,
I don't
point,
want to see it either because I would hate to see him doing the blue. But even if it means he's not in Minnesota, just don't go to the Giants. Like I'm.
if he goes to the Giants, it's
Emotional, damn it.
Yeah,
me.
for you.
For me,
yeah,
100%. I don't
I
want to
don't
see
want to
that
see that
motherfucker
twice a year.
and for the
For the
next
next,
fucking 10 years.
Well, maybe not 10, but at least the next 7.
Oh,
oh
no,
no,
man.
man,
Please,
please,
no. Please,
please
no.
no.
All
All
right,
right,
Danny,
Danny,
hate it
hate
or
it or
love
love
it.
it.
The
The
Dolphins win a
Dolphins win a
nail
nail
biter
biter
tomorrow
tomorrow
versus
versus
the
the
Bills.
Bills.
I love it.
I think dude, they
Dude,
just,
From a fantasy perspective, I love it. In general, no. If I didn't have any fantasy implications, I would say no. But I love it because I got fantasy implications involved in this game.
do
Do
you?
you?
What would
What would
those
those
implications
implications
be, sir?
Well, Willie's got Josh Allen, so I would love to see. I would love to see the
Oh,
Oh,
Dolphins on
okay.
Josh Allen.
I
So,
I mean, I
but
mean, I
think they could do it.
do it.
I
I
mean,
mean,
they let
they let
Baltimore, a
Baltimore
dynamic
dynamic
offense like
offense
that,
like that get out
ahead of them
ahead
real
real
fast. They
fast. They
didn't
didn't
panic.
panic.
They
They
stayed
stayed
poised,
poised,
and they
and
just
they just
kept
kept
playing and
playing and
fighting.
fighting.
yeah, Baltimore's not the same team like fucking like Buffalo. Buffalo gets out ahead, they keep going, they just keep fucking hitting you over the head with the hammer, and they don't stop.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
Well,
think
I
the
think
reason
the
why I'm
reason
saying
I'm
it
saying
may
it
be a
may be
nail
a nail
biter is
biter is
also we're
also
gonna
we're gonna
see
see
what
what
kind
kind
of
of
team
team
Miami
Miami
really is.
really is.
All right,
All
so
right,
you
so you
beat
beat
a
a
playoff
playoff
quality
quality
football team
football
in
team in
Baltimore,
Baltimore.
right? In its own theatrical
Theatrical
fucking ending.
fucking ending.
right.
Are we
Are
gonna
we
see
gonna
another
their
ending
ending
like
like
that,
that?
where they
Where they
pull
pull
off
off
the
the
they
they
pull it
pull it
off
off
and beat
and beat
Buffalo?
Buffalo.
Or do you keep the pace with them the whole game?
Yes,
Yes,
and
and
you
then you
lose by a
lose by
field goal
field goal
or
or
a
a
touchdown,
touchdown,
a
a
last minute
last minute
touchdown,
touchdown,
whatever it
whatever
is.
it is.
Right.
You know,
You know,
I think it'll say
say
a
a
lot of
lot
who
of who
Miami is.
Miami
Like
is.
we
Like
already
we
know
already know
Buffalo is
Buffalo.
through 2 weeks. They're
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 fucking
hog tied and
and
smacking
smacking
bitches.
They're
bitches.
the best team in the NFL right now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%.
And
And
Miami,
Miami,
we don't
we
know.
don't know.
It's all
It's all
speculation. You
speculation.
know,
They won.
they
They
won
won
week
week
one
one
against
against
New
New
England.
England.
You know,
You
pretty fairly.
know,
You know,
Yeah.
come
come
back
back
against
against
fucking
fucking
Baltimore
Baltimore
and beat
and beat
them.
them.
You know,
You know,
now
now
it's
it's
all
gonna.
right.
All
Let's
right,
see
let's
you
see you
play
play
the best team
best
in the
team in the
league.
league.
Let's see
See how you do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Is
Is that
game
game
gonna
gonna
build the
build the
storyline
storyline
for
for
the
the
playoffs?
playoffs?
Where
Where
Miami
Miami
may
may
have to
have
play Buffalo
to go
again
again
In the division round
in the
in the
divisional
divisional
round
round.
in Buffalo.
in
Yeah.
Buffalo.
No, I agree. That would be quite the story.
That would be
That would be
quite the
quite the
story, and
story, and
it's
it's
also
also
all right.
all
Well,
right.
you
Well, you
Southern
Southern
boys
boys
love the
love the
you love the
love the
heat.
Heat.
Baltimore in
Baltimore in
January,
January,
Buffalo in
Buffalo in
January
January is
is not
not
so
so
pleasant.
pleasant.
It's not so friendly.
It's not
It's
so
not so.
friendly. So we're
So
gonna
we're gonna
No.
see how
see how
you
you
play
play.
in the
In
cold, and a lot of times they don't
they don't
really
really
play good
play
in the
good in the
cold.
cold.
But
But
if
if
Miami were
Miami
to
were
do
to
that
do that
and
and
bump
bump
out
out
fucking
fucking
Buffalo,
Buffalo,
then
then it
that's
that's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a
a
wild
wild
playoffs to
playoffs to
see
see
who
who
Miami's
Miami's
gonna be
gonna be
playing in the
playing in the
conference.
conference.
Yeah. 100%.
Would they
Would
be
they be
playing
playing
fucking
fucking
the
the
Chargers,
Chargers,
Kansas
Kansas
City?
City?
I want to say Kansas City.
Oh,
I mean,
and Tyreek Hill goes back to
Kansas
Kansas City and
beats
beats his whole fucking team.
well, I wouldn't say beat because I don't think Miami's going to be in the Super Bowl this year. But
I mean,
we've seen crazy things happen.
Do we
Do we
expect the
expect the
Bengals
Bengals
to
to
really
really
be
be
there
there
last year?
last year?
no, or unless we see Miami and Kansas City in the divisional round in Kansas City,
And then
And then they play Buffalo
in
and
the
Buffalo.
championship game.
All right. Yeah.
But I think even that's a stretch for them to make it that far. I do, you know. But hey,
Look,
If they could keep pace with Buffalo
and
and
it's
it's
not an
not an embarrassing loss,
I
I
like
like them in the playoffs.
They
They have a very explosive offense, as you've seen. Tua Tagovailoa
for 6 touchdowns,
touchdowns,
400 and some
some odd
odd
yards.
yards.
yeah, but that's also against the bewildered, if that's the right word, they're depleted secondary in Baltimore. So, because Baltimore just can't get out of their own shit, they're always hurt. So, you know,
Yeah.
that's a factor too.
Yes, it is.
But now, yeah,
I want to see how Buffalo is going to shut down this
this
1-2
1-2
punch with Hill
Hill
and
and
Waddle.
Waddle.
Yeah,
Because
you
you
seen
see,
like
last week,
Waddle
Waddle
was
was
just
just
on fire from the start of the
part of
game to the end of the game.
and
It
Buffalo's
wasn't-
got
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
and, Miami's got a pretty good run game too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, Danny.
It's on
It's on you.
Hate it or love it, a Raider fan slaps Kyler Murray. I don't know if you've seen that video on YouTube.
didn't
I didn't see the video.
I
I
hate.
hate.
Shouldn't be smacking nobody.
I mean, it wasn't a full-on schmack, but it was like
it was
It was
a
a
smack.
smack.
it was funny. Look, I get it. You know, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that, but you know what? Fuck you, Kyler. Like you're
I
a
mean,
You got balls, dude.
Smack a
This
fucking
fucking
NFL
NFL player.
you're like you suck, bro. Like you can't read plays. You're not worth the money you got paid.
No.
Just
I
I mean, he won them the game last week against the Raiders.
he didn't win them that game.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did.
No.
I watched the end of it. He won that game.
If it wasn't for Hunter Renfro fumbling the ball twice, they wouldn't have won that game.
They would
They
have
would
probably
probably
kicked the
kicked the
field
field
goal
goal
and
and
won.
won.
No, and
No,
won.
and won.
The
The
Raiders
Raiders
would
would
have
have
won.
won. I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I disagree with that, but
I
I mean, the plays he was making were all with his legs.
You know
You know what I mean?
So that's
That's why I'll say he won them the game,
right?
right?
But
But against a better defense,
it's
it's
not
not
always
always
going
going
to
to
go
go
down
down like that.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I hate
it.
it. I mean, shouldn't be smacking players. You're a ballsy motherfucker for doing it anyway. Like, yo,
like you know,
yo,
eventually
you're going to hear.
All
All right, Danny.
Hate
Hate
or
it.
love it. Daniel
Jones throws three intos Monday night and is replaced by Tyrod Taylor.
I love it. I'm not a Daniel Jones fan. I'm not a Giant fan, nor do I think he's the answer. Plus, like I said, fantasy implications. I have the Cowboys defense Monday night.
Oh, you picked him up?
I did, yeah. We were talking about that the other day, and I'm definitely starting them over the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, the Broncos have been looking shaky.
I mean, they've given up 17 points and then 9 points to the Texans, but it still looks too iffy. And honestly, depending on how the weekend goes, that at least gives me somebody going Monday.
Yeah.
So if I'm down by like 13 or 14, that gives me an instant 20 right there.
I mean, Micah Parsons is leading the league in sacks already, so I think he's going to fucking feast.
I think he's going to, yeah.
And then they got to worry about DeMarcus Lawrence, all the other linemen.
Thanksgiving's going to come early this year.
What you mean?
He's going to have a feast.
Oh, shit.
All
right, so you're up.
Hate it or love it. The Celtics coach should be fired.
I don't
really know a lot of details.
Me neither, but I mean, I heard
it was consensual. I heard it was just violated, like, what they were doing.
Regardless, you shouldn't be letting this shit spill over. It's like, work is work, home is home. Keep those two things separate. Nothing should be spilling over into the other.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, I think he was cheating on his wife.
Well, be professional.
Yeah, be professional
professional
about it.
about it.
Exactly. You
Exactly.
shouldn't do it
Shouldn't
in the
do it in the
workplace.
workplace.
Absolutely. So
Absolutely.
I
So I
mean,
mean,
Because, like you were saying before, his job could still be on the line at the end of the year or throughout the course of the year,
it
it
depending on.
it
it
depends on
depends on
what
what
more
more
details are
details
going
are
to
going to
spill out
spill
of
out.
this.
Exactly.
So
So
if the
if
whole
the
thing
whole
blows
blows
wide
wide
open,
open,
he's
he's
fired indefinitely, and
indefinitely,
he's
and it's
probably
probably
not going to
not
be
going to
able
be
to
able
get a
to get a
job for
job
a
for a
couple of
couple
years.
years.
Yeah.
So
So
yikes!
yikes!
Oh, well.
What a
What a
conundrum that is. Like, dude, you
like, dude,
couldn't
you
keep
couldn't
your
keep
dick
your
in your
dick in your
pants.
pants.
I mean,
I mean,
around the
around the
office,
office, you couldn't.
you couldn't chill. You
Like,
couldn't.
why you gotta fuck with somebody you work with, bro? Like,
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like,
Like,
what are
what are
you
you
doing?
doing?
billions of bitches out there.
It's not
It's not
even
even
that there's
that there's
billions of
billions of
bitches out
bitches
there.
out there.
Like,
Like,
that's
that's
where you
where you
work. Like
work.
you said, don't
Don't
conflate the
conflate the
two.
two.
Don't
Between
shit
each
where
other.
you
Between each
sleep.
Exactly. Like,
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 and
and
from an
from an
organizational
organizational
standpoint, it's
standpoint,
like
it's like
these are
these
wrong
two
headlines,
headlines,
dog. We
dog.
don't we don't
We
like
don't
these
like these
headlines.
headlines.
You know,
You know,
we
Exactly.
we
just went
just
to the
went to the
finals.
finals.
We're
We're
looking to
looking
go
to get
back with
back
the
with
team we
what we
have,
have, and you
and now
and
this
now this
shit.
shit.
It's a locker room disturbance. It's you know what they say, the elephant in the room kind of thing.
It's a
It's a
bad
bad
look
look
all
all.
around.
Yeah,
I don't.
I see
I
him
see
getting
him getting
fired,
fired,
honestly.
honestly.
I do too.
So
So
I
I
love
love.
it. You know,
You know,
sucks to
sucks
be
to be
him,
him,
Oh well, shit happens
but
but
when you party naked.
all right.
all right.
Hate it or
Hate it
love
or
it.
love it.
The
The
Cleveland
Cleveland
Indians have
Indians
an
have an
advantage to
advantage
win
to
the
win the
World
World
Series
Series
because of
because
their
of their
youth.
youth.
Hate it.
Why
Why
is it?
he's
There's too much experience in the playoffs.
Yeah, too
yeah,
much
too
It's
much
like
experience, and
experience,
there
and
is
there is
juggernauts
juggernaut.
now.
it's not gonna happen. It's like
Well, I'm just
I'm just
saying they have
saying
an
they have an
advantage
advantage
because of their
because of their
youth.
youth,
Because
because
they're not
they're
as
not as
sore and
sore
as
and as
banged
banged
up
up
as
as
other
other
teams in the
teams in the
league
league.
because of their age. I
I
understand what
understand
you're saying. I just threw it out there.
here.
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah, I
they're
don't see
the
it
they're the
happening.
youngest team
youngest
in
team in
baseball.
baseball.
Yeah, maybe so, but that's definitely also not an advantage at the same time.
Hmm.
So I hate that.
All right.
Um, all right. How do I say this guy's name? I'm not sure. Hate it or love it. Uh, Chukwuma Okafor or whatever it was.
Okay.
Okay.
Should be suspended. That dude from Pittsburgh that laid the hit on Walker on in the Thursday night game. So he initially hit him, and then once he dropped to the ground, he dropped on him again.
Oh
Now
shit.
the play itself didn't look too,
Too
Too
dirty.
dirty.
yeah, compared to other plays that we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but Walker did end up sustaining a torn quad or something like that. That's got him out for the year. Now, I don't think he should be suspended. I mean, look, we're all here to play football. We know it's a physical sport. You know, should you have jumped on top of him once he was already on the ground? No. But I mean, when you hit him, it's not like it was helmet to helmet. You know, and like I
Yeah.
said,
He
He
should be
should be
suspended, but
suspended, but
it
it
didn't look
didn't
like,
look like,
you know,
you know,
it
he didn't know.
he
He
didn't know he
tore his
tore his
shit.
shit.
not even that, but just the initial hit. It's not like he was gunning for his helmet. It wasn't helmet to helmet contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, how many times have we seen Vontez Burfict or whatever his name is from Cincinnati
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
fucking light somebody up across the field?
Mhm.
What are you talking about? Like we've seen him light people up like a
He
He
don't
don't
play in
robot.
play
the
in the
league
league
anymore, but
anymore,
yeah,
but
he
yeah,
was
he was
definitely
definitely
lighting
lighting
motherfuckers
That's
up.
what I'm saying, and we've seen worse than that. So it's like I don't think he needs to be suspended. Now, should he be fined for jumping on top of the guy after the fact?
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll
more
probably
like more than
more than
likely he's
likely
probably gonna
he's
get a
gonna get a
fine.
fine.
You want to fine him like fucking 50 grand or 10 grand or whatever it's gonna be? Fine, but I don't think he should be suspended at all.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
so. I don't
I
think
don't
he
think he
will
will
be suspended. I
suspended. I
think he's
think
gonna
he's
get a
gonna get a
hefty
hefty
fine though,
fine though,
and
and
most
most
likely like a
a
flag.
flag.
They're gonna try to
Gonna
pay
try to pay
attention to
attention.
that. That'll be probably a
Probably
point
a
of
point of
emphasis.
emphasis
You know,
Moving
next
forward,
year.
next year.
yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Hit it
Hit
or
it or
love
love
it,
it,
Danny.
Danny.
Jason Tatum cracks league's top
Top
10
10
list.
list.
Is that
Is that
deserving?
deserving?
No, and I hate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
like,
like, what the fuck?
No.
He's not a superstar.
No,
No.
I mean,
I
He's
mean,
a half a star.
he's a half a star.
uh,
What was I
what
gonna
was I
say?
gonna say?
So
So
I don't
I
think
don't
he should be in top
top 10.
top
Top
20.
20,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, but
But
10
10
on.
on.
I think that's a stretch. I mean,
He's a
He's a
young
young
talent.
talent. I would say I would put him in the top 20.
He could be somewhere between 10 and
10
20.
and 20.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I guess. I mean, a guy that's supposed to be a superstar or whatever, and then he disappears the way that he does in playoff games.
yeah,
yeah,
that's the big issue
issue
for
for
me.
me.
Now he
Now,
could change, like we've
we
talked
talked
about
about
it.
it.
He could change that narrative going further if he goes back to the playoffs and he performs on a consistent basis.
He needs to. If that's
If he
If he
does
does that, I
won't
won't argue with
anybody
it.
putting him
Put
in
him
the
in the
top
top
10.
10.
You know.
right.
All right.
All right.
So when
You lot.
All right. Hate it or love it. The walk-up songs for hitters and the entrance songs for
For
closers, because the closers are the only ones that walk in with an entrance song.
Yeah.
It puts players into a sense of flow state and increases their ability to hit and pitch and be more effective. Do you hate that? Do you hate it or love it? As in, like, do you believe that that's the case? Like, do you believe it like psychs them up so much in such a way where it makes them feel different at the plate when it comes to hitting, or it makes them feel more empowered on the mound and it makes them more effective?
I,
For me,
for
it
me, it
depends on the
depends on the
person.
person.
But
I really haven't seen
anybody get
hyped up like that off
with
their walkout song or
No, I'm not saying you see it in them, but I'm saying like in the psychological effect of the player walking up, they hear their favorite one of their, because when a player is gonna walk up to a song, obviously it's a song that they like.
Yeah.
So it's like you ever play pool and you hear a song that comes on, you're like, oh yeah, and you start jamming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you start playing a little bit better, or you start, you get into the groove kind of thing.
Like I said,
Like I
it
said, it
depends on the
depends on the
player.
player.
For
For
me,
me,
I mean,
I mean,
but
but
I
I
don't
don't
really
really
think
think
it
it
plays
plays
that
that
much
much
of
of
a
a
part. So
part.
I would
I
say
would say
I
I
have to
have to
hate it.
hate it.
Like I
Like
think
I
that's
think
more for the
the
fans.
fans.
Okay.
I
I
mean,
mean,
maybe they can feed off
feed
the
off the
fans'
fans'
energy.
energy.
So
So it's like
a
a
domino
domino
effect.
effect.
I I could believe that.
That.
You know what I mean?
I
Right.
mean, because
I mean,
I mean,
you really
you
don't
really
see,
don't see
Edwin
Edwin
Diaz,
Diaz
going
going
fucking
fucking
crazy,
No, but
or getting into flows like I think he's already concentrated. He already knows what it is. He's locked in.
No, but this is why I bring it up, because I read an article where he was talking to someone at ESPN the other day or whatever, and he was like, "Oh yeah, when batters hear that song and they know I'm coming in, they know they're in trouble." So it's like when I read that, I was like, "Hmm." I was like, "There's a psychological effect to that."
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
in that scenario, it's
the
the
psychological
psychological
effect on
the
batter,
batter,
not
not
him.
him.
So that's why I kind of elaborated it with both hitters and pitchers. Like, oh well, shit. If I'm 0 for 2 or 0 for 3, and I got. Hmm.
I think for all right.
So
So that's why I said
like
like
difference of
difference of
player.
player. I think it's
for batting, it's
more
for
for
the
the
fans,
fans,
right?
right?
But
But for when
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 Mariano
Mariano
Rivera
Rivera would
would
come
come
out
out
of
of
the
the bullpen
bullpen
to
to
answer
answer
Sandman,
you know,
Right.
it's almost like the oh shit, I'm in trouble. I think
that
that
could play a part more
psychologically
than
than
it would for the batters. For the
batters.
batters, I mean, for
For
their
their
walk-up
walk-up
song,
song,
up to the plate,
that's more for the fans.
That's not for them.
Right.
That's a fucking song I like. Whoop de
You
do.
do.
You know
You
what I
know
mean?
what I mean?
All right. Well, we talked about this, but it was I didn't realize I'm an asshole. All right. Hated or love it. The Brewers bounce. Oh wait, no, it's your turn, right?
I'm done. That was my last one.
Okay,
All right. Hate it or love it. The Brewers bounced the Padres out of the playoffs in the last 11 games.
I would love to see that happen.
I would
I love it too.
I mean,
we talked about it extensively already.
I just
Absent
absent-minded
minded
there.
there.
Alrighty, so what do we got? Well,
Well,
for
for
the
the
NBA,
NBA,
we
we
kind of
kind of
talked
talked
about
about
the
the
Ime
email
Doku
Doku
situation
situation.
already. I don't really want to touch on
Touch
it
on
again.
it again.
Right.
I
I
did read that
Kevin
Kevin
Durant
Durant really wasn't
happy
happy
with his
with his
grade
grade
on
on
the
the
top
top
10.
10.
He was ranked
He was
number
ranked.
8.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Fuck you,
Fuck you,
Kevin.
Kevin.
I bet you just shut up and play basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
If
If you're gonna use it for motivation, just use it for motivation. But I don't. Why do you gotta make it like a spectacle?
I don't like
I mean,
like fucking what's his face last night, fucking Garrett Cole. He gives up the 3-run home run to tie the game, and then he walks off and he's barking at the umpire like, "You should have called the previous pitch a strike. I would have never given up that home run." Like, bro, suck a fucking dick, bro. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, get off the field, go into the dugout, stroke your ego, and then
Stroke your ego.
like, the fuck out of here, bro.
No, I get it.
I get it.
Like,
Like,
I'm not a fan of Garrett Cole.
He's a good pitcher.
I think
I think he's just way too inconsistent. But in that situation, just shut your fucking mouth. What I was gonna say is like for Kevin, if like you don't like media, you like people talking shit. Then why do you why are you talking to the media, answering their questions?
Why you add more fuel to the fire?
Like somebody already laid out the blueprint for you. If you really wanted to just play ball and not worry about the fucking media. Marshawn Lynch the shit out of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know why I'm here.
Protect your chicken. You know
why I'm here.
Like,
that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
You know why I'm here. How do you feel about the game? You know why I'm here.
Yeah,
I mean, just
that's what baffles me.
You don't like the media, then why are you putting yourself in a position to be all about the media?
You know
what I mean?
Right.
It makes no sense. If you
don't want to deal with it, don't have a Twitter. Well, I should have the right to have a Twitter. Okay.
Have the right to it. Do it. Don't
complain.
Like,
if you see that you're getting shit online, don't answer it. Mute the comments.
Mute whatever
it is. You can't tag me.
You know, everything on the internet is seen by everybody around the world.
Exactly.
You don't need to be on Twitter. Don't. Sorry.
Yeah.
You don't need to be talking to some fucking reporter from some website or whatever it may be. Just live your life.
This is why I don't feel like sports athletes should have a Twitter. Yes, you have to. You should have to talk to the media, but as far as having a Twitter, oh well, freedom of speech. You know what? At this point, you're a fucking celebrity. You're an athlete. You're already doing media. You know, you're seen by millions of fans across the world. What the fuck do you need a Twitter for?
Well, then they have publicists.
Just fucking
have your publicists run it.
Because you
know what publicists do?
They
tweet
product
or whatever they're doing.
Not
like as in what Josh Allen's doing, but like,
oh, hey, I'll be here. 3 weeks from now during Wednesday for such and such for charity or this and that.
I mean, that's all they tweet. There's nothing. They don't.
So like
the player
has the account. He can look at it when he wants, but he really isn't checking.
I still think it's nonsense. It's a fucking distraction, if you ask me.
Well,
Bill Belichick doesn't allow
his guys to watch
or read, talk to the media. Well, not talk to the media, but like buy into it. No newspapers, none of that bullshit.
See, and they do just fine up there in Foxborough.
Oh yeah.
6 championships.
So they're doing something right.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Yeah.
You want to hop into the verses?
Show. So this week we did Phil Jackson versus Red Auerbach. I took Phil Jackson. This guy took Red. So Phil Jackson played for 12 years. He won 2 championships with the Knicks, 1970, 1973. As far as a player, he really wasn't nothing special. He averaged like 6 points, like 6 or 7 points a game, like 2 or 3 assists and like 2 or 3 rebounds or some shit like that. Um, wasn't nothing to call home about. He did win 11 NBA championships though. He won
Damn.
six with the Bulls in
Six.
over a 9 year span, and he won five with the Lakers over an 11-year span. And he won 1,155 games to 485 losses.
So say it
Say it
again.
again.
1,000.
155 wins, 485 losses.
Alright.
So Red Arbach coached
Coached
1,249
1,249
games.
games.
He
He
won
won
823 of
823
them,
of them,
lost
lost
426 of
426 of
them,
them,
with a
with a
win
win
percentage of
percentage of
66.
66.
In the
In the
playoffs,
playoffs,
career
career,
he had
he had
160,
151
games,
games,
and he
and
won
he won
91 of
91 of
them.
them.
60 he
He
lost.
lost.
He had a
He had a
60%
60%
winning
winning
percentage.
percentage.
In
In
his
his
lifetime coaching,
coaching,
he
he
won a
won a
championship in
championship in
57.
57.
Uh, 58, they
58, they
didn't
didn't
win a
win a
championship.
championship.
And then
And then
from
from
59
59
all the way
all
to
the way to
66, he
66, he
won
won
2,
two,
4,
four,
6, 2, 4, 6, 8
8
championships
championships
in a
in a
row.
row.
Yeah.
He has
He has
9
9
championships
championships
total.
total.
How many
How many
wins did
wins
Phil
did
have
Phil
again?
have
I'm
again? I'm
sorry.
sorry.
1,155.
1,155.
1,155.
I think it was 1,600 career games he coached.
Okay.
Okay.
So he had a 70% winning percentage.
Well, he
Well, he
coached,
coached
let's see, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 16 years. How
How
many
many
did
did
Phil
Phil
coach for?
coach for?
As far as a head coach, uh, nine with the Bulls, 11 with the Lakers. That's 20. If you count in all the years that he was an assistant prior to when he took over in Chicago, I don't know, probably about maybe 24, 25 years. Because I didn't count the years as an assistant. I only counted
Yeah, head coaching.
the 20 as a coach.
So what
So what
awards does
awards does
Phil have?
Phil have?
That's basically it.
Well,
Well,
how many
how many
Coach of
Coach
the Year
of the Year
awards did
awards
he did he
did
have?
he have?
I don't know. I honestly did not see that in his Wikipedia. To be honest with you,
Alright.
Well,
I'll
Well,
double check, but I
Arbach
don't
Arbach
was
remember
was
seeing anything.
Coach of the
Coach of
Year
the Year
64 and
64 and
65.
65.
He's on
He's
the
on the
NBA
NBA
Silver
Silver
Anniversary
Anniversary
Team
Team
from
from
70 and
70 and
71.
71.
The NBA 35th
35th
Anniversary
Anniversary
All-Time
All-Time
Team,
Team,
98,
98,
1980
1980
81.
81.
Uh,
Uh,
top 10
Top 10
coaches in
coaches in
NBA
NBA
history,
history,
96 and
96
97,
97,
2021 and
21 and
2022,
2022,
15
15
greatest coaches in
coaches.
NBA history.
See, yeah, for Phil Jackson, he was a CBA Coach of the Year in '85, CBA champion in '84, top 10 coaches NBA history, top 15 coaches NBA history, Coach of the Year '96, four-time NBA All-Star Game head coach. What to do?
What to
Uh,
do?
like I said, 11-time champion. As far as a player, he won 2 championships. He was an NBA All-Rookie First Team in '68. And then the other accolades are college, two-time first-team Division II All-American, two-time NCC Player of the Year, and three-time first-team All-NCC. So I mean, Red has more attributes as far as that goes, but as far as winning and championships,
I
it's
mean,
definitely Phil Jackson, 100%.
but to win 8 in a row?
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean,
Phil had
Phil had
6
6
and
and
5.
5.
I
I
understand.
understand,
You
you
know,
know.
Phil had
Phil had
prolific players
players
though
though.
too.
Too.
I mean,
And
so
so
did
did
Red Arbach. But the
but the
time
time
where he was
he was
coaching, the
coaching,
game
the
was
game was
way
way
different than
different
it is
than it is
now.
now.
It was.
Um,
But I'd
but I'd
imagine
imagine he would adjust.
He would
He would
adjust
adjust
anyway
anyway
to these
to these
times.
times.
You think so?
Yeah, if he's
He's
that
that
smart of
smart
a
of a
guy.
guy.
Dude,
Dude,
even after he left as the coach, he
he
was the
was the
GM,
GM,
and they were
and they were
still
still
winning
winning
championships. That
championships.
was
That was
in
in
the
the
'80s
'80s
when they
when they were
competing with
competing with
LA.
LA.
So
So
he was
he was
already
already
adding
adding
championships
championships
when
when
he
he
was
was
a
a
GM
GM
as
as
well.
well.
And we
And we
seen
seen what kind of
we
we
seen
seen what kind of fucking GM
Phil
Phil
Jackson is.
Jackson is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
know we're
we're
talking
talking
about
about
versus,
versus.
I mean, it's
I
a
mean, it's a
preference. I mean,
preference,
because
but
it's
it's
literally,
literally,
LA
LA
versus
versus
Boston.
Boston.
I'm taking Phil. That's just me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
would
would
take
take
Phil.
Phil.
Definitely,
Definitely, I would take Phil because he's more adjusted to the modern day game
as in
as in
terms as a
terms as a
coach.
coach.
Um, Now, if it
Now,
was
if it was
back
back
then,
then, I would.
if it was
If
the
the
game was
game
like,
was like
still a little bit early, maybe like
maybe like
70s,
70s,
I would
I
take
would
Red
take
Arbach.
Arbach.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
it's
a
a
preference
preference
thing.
thing.
It is.
I
I
mean,
mean,
if you were
if
to
you were to
choose your
choose your
coach,
coach
and
and
you
you
got,
got
you know, trying to see how many years. Well, he didn't win a championship yet. So 16 years. His first 2, 4, 6, 8, 10
10
years. He didn't
years, he
win a
didn't win a
championship.
championship.
Then after
After
that,
that,
that's
that's
when
when
the next fucking
fucking
8 years. Well,
8 years. Well,
no,
no,
TR.
TI, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
That's
That's
NBA. All
NBA.
right.
All
So
right,
the
so the
first three
first 3
seasons I'm
seasons,
not gonna count because it was BAA.
NBA.
So
So I'll just count
NBA.
NBA.
Right.
So from
From
1950s,
1950s,
that's
that's
3
3
years.
years.
All right, so
So
that's
that's
7.
7.
So
So
for the
for the
first
first
7
7
years in the
years in
NBA,
the
he didn't win a
NBA, he didn't win a
championship. Then he
championship.
won
He won
one,
one,
missed the
missed the
57, yeah.
yeah
57,
57. Then
then
from
from
59 to
59 to
66,
66,
fucking
fucking
8 in
8
a
in a
row.
row.
It's
It's,
and at
at
that
that
point,
point,
then
then
it's like,
it's
all
like,
right,
all
I
right,
may
I may
take
take
red
red
if
if
I'm
I'm
getting
getting
that
that
stretch.
stretch.
7
7
years,
years,
because
it's building.
You
You
got
got
to
to
draft
draft,
the guys, you got to develop, you got to
got to
sign.
sign.
I
I
mean,
mean,
Right.
so
so
for
for
him,
him,
I'll
I'll
take
take
that
that
7
7
years
years
and then
and then
fucking
fucking
boom,
boom, you know?
Yeah. I mean, look at the teams that Phil Jackson had. I mean, he had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Kobe, Shaq. I mean, he had fucking super teams.
bro.
Bro,
He
he
never had
never
a
had a
losing
losing
season.
season.
No.
No,
No,
no.
no.
39 and 30,
30,
39 and
39 and
27,
27,
46
46
25,
25,
42
42
30,
30,
36 and
36
36, 39 and
39 and
33,
33,
44 and
44 and
28,
28,
49 and
49 and
23,
23,
52 and
52 and
20,
20,
59 and
59 and
60,
60,
57 and
57 and
22,
22,
60 and
60 and
20,
20,
58 and
58
22,
2,
59 and
59 and
21,
21,
62 and
62 and
18,
18,
54 and
54 and
26. Holy
Holy
fuck.
fuck.
For me,
For me,
for me
for
that
me,
kind of
that kind of
sealed it.
sealed it.
I'll take red all day then. I may
I
not
mean,
have,
I mean, I win championships, but
we
we
never
never
lose.
lose.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
And then we get
we
to a
get to a
point where
point
we
where
just
just
rake off 9 championships in
championships
10
in 10
years.
years.
No, I feel you. I can't. I can't pick. I can't take him though. That's Boston. I'm a Laker fan.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but what if you
red
got
to
red
coach the Lakers?
the Lakers?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I know. I knew
you're a
you're a
Laker
Laker
fan.
fan.
You
You
enjoy
enjoy
Michael
Michael
Jordan,
Jordan.
and
That was,
he
he
brought
brought
that
that
offense
offense over into the
Lakers.
Lakers.
Of
Of
course,
course,
you're
you're
gonna
going to
choose
choose
him.
him.
It's
It's
understandable.
understandable,
And for you,
for
it's
you,
fuck
it's
Boston all
all
day.
day.
100%. Unless it's the Red Sox.
Yeah. I don't really mind
Mind the Red Sox.
I mean,
Patriots don't really bother me.
Yeah, Tom Brady's gone, so I don't care. So it's basically just fuck the Celtics, essentially. It's like, and I'm cool with that. I don't care. You want to call me a hater? Fine. I'm a Laker fan.
I
Plenty
wouldn't.
of hate
I
over
wouldn't.
here.
I wouldn't
I
say
wouldn't
you're a
say you're a
hater.
hater. I mean, you acknowledge
Red
like Red
Auerbach was
Rock
a really good coach.
One of the best of all time,
Time.
definitely.
But
but
you're gonna
you're
go
gonna
with
go
your
with
man
your man
Phil.
Phil.
100% the Zen Master.
I for
For
me,
me, I
I
just
just think
think
the
the
benefit
benefit
of
of
okay,
okay, you're
you're
gonna
gonna get
get
Red
Red
Auerbach
Auerbach
for
for
those
those
years.
years.
You're
You're
gonna
gonna
get
get
those
those
9
nine
championships.
championships.
Then
Then
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
go
go
as
as
your
your
GM,
GM,
and
and
you're gonna
you're gonna
win
win
more
more
championships.
championships.
So
So it's
it's like a
a bonus.
bonus
Yeah.
with
With
Phil.
Phil,
That's not a
that's not a
bonus.
bonus.
I kind of was hoping he was going to turn the Knicks around.
So was I,
Right,
and
and
he
he
did
did
not
not
Nope.
in
in
the
the
absolute
absolute
slightest.
slightest.
I don't think that tarnishes his record, but it definitely doesn't look
Does
too
To
good.
tarnish him as a coach? Absolutely not.
not.
But
But
everything
every
outside of
coaching,
coaching,
you
you
sucked
sucked
as
as
a
a player,
player,
and
and
you
you
sucked
sucked
as
as
a
a
GM.
GM.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
what made me laugh
is
is
like,
like,
all
all
right,
right,
I
I
know
know
Phil's
Phil's
been
been
around
around
the
the
game
game
for a
for
long
a long
time. He
time.
knows what he can tell you about a player from a coaching perspective.
Right.
But
But
dude, you
dude, you
weren't
weren't
the
the
GMs
GMs
that
that
drafted
drafted
Kobe
Kobe
and
and
Jordan
Jordan,
and acquired
acquired
Pippen.
Pippen.
No, that
That
was
was
different.
different.
It
That
was
was
actual
actual
GMs
GMs
who
who
knew
knew
what the
what the
fuck
fuck
they
they
were
were
doing.
doing.
Right.
So
I mean, without Phil Jackson, do the Bulls win like they did? Do the Lakers win like they did without Phil Jackson?
I
they
think they
win,
win,
but
but
they
they
may
may
not
not
win
win
all
all
those championships.
championships.
So it's like a give and take. It's like, well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you need them, but we need you. So it's like match made in heaven.
For as
For
long
as long
as
as
it'll
it'll
last.
last.
Yeah.
I mean, because both
Both
times
times
it came down to what was it?
was it
The
the Lakers?
It
It
was
was
just
just
the
the
Kobe
Kobe
show,
show,
and
and
then
then
they
they
moved
moved
on.
on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, after the first repeat, it was just a bunch of stuff. You know, injuries. You know, the whole Kobe Shaq debacle. There was so much at that time that led to the blow up of that team. And then Phil walked away from the Lakers for a little bit, a short time within 04, 05, but you know,
Wasn't
Wasn't
the
the
same.
same.
no, and then he was right back in 05 the next year, and then, you know,
Off.
yep.
Mhm.
So,
I mean,
Phil does have more wins.
more wins, more championships. I mean, he might have some losing seasons in there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, or, you know, maybe some not so super fantastic years, you know, I mean, but the dude won. He's a winner.
They're
They're
both
both
winners.
winners.
I mean,
I mean,
combined
they have
20
20 championships.
Yeah,
You know, that's
That's
ridiculous.
it is. So it's just, like you said, it's a preference.
Yeah. It'd be
It'd be a lie.
It would be.
Would be if
You can't go wrong with either guy, though.
No.
No,
No, you
no,
can't.
you can't.
You
You
can't.
can't.
But now,
Now, a lot of people would say, like,
does it
take away
from
from
Phil
Phil being that great of a coach because he had
you know, two
two
of the
of the
greatest
greatest
guys,
guys,
three of the greatest
greatest
guys
to ever play this game
while he
while
was
he was
coaching?
coaching?
I don't think so. Because, like I said, you know, the Bulls probably don't win as much without Phil. I mean, yeah, you have a great team, but I mean, you still need a guy to lead the team. And you still need a coach. You know, I mean, you could have a great coach and the team be not so good or be okay. You know, so it's like, all right, for example, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Tom Brady goes to Tampa Bay. What's his face? Bruce Arians. A very good coach. Not the greatest, but a very good coach. So a very good coach with the greatest quarterback of all time, with a good supporting cast around him, wins you a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick loses Tom Brady, the best coach of all time, right now and by the time he retires.
Yeah.
You know, they got a decent team there up in up,
New
New
England.
England.
up right now. Mac Jones is on the up and up, but
Yeah.
They
They
just
just
need
need
to
to
put
put
more
more
weapons
weapons
around
around
him.
him.
The
The
moment
moment
they
they do that,
for
for
receiver
receiver
wise,
wise,
they'll
they'll
be
be
something.
something.
I
So
think they'll be making
making
playoff
play.
runs again.
yeah. I mean,
Well,
is he gonna win a Super Bowl? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like you need, you can't have one without the other. It's like you need both. It's like match made in heaven.
Well,
Well,
Arbach
Arbach
retired in
retired in
'66 as
'66
a
as a
coach
coach
and
and
became
became
the
the
president
president
and
and
general
general
manager
manager
of
of
the
the
Celtics.
Celtics.
Under
Under his
management,
management,
the
the
Celtics won
Celtics won
6
six
additional
additional
NBA
NBA
titles.
titles.
He retired
Retired as
as
a
a
general
general
manager
manager
in
in '84,
'84,
but
but
remained
remained
active
active
in
in
promoting the
promoting the
Celtics
Celtics
tradition.
tradition.
So
So
he
he
has
has
nine.
nine.
He has
He has
15
15
total
total
championships.
championships.
Yeah.
That's fucking
fucking
crazy.
crazy.
Phil has 13, 11 as a coach, 2 as a player.
Wow.
Wow,
So
That's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
yeah.
So
So the championships between them is 28.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Well,
How about this?
Because
Because we're on the fence
versus each
versus each
other.
other.
I'll
I'll
take
take
Phil
Phil
as
as
the
the
coach, and I'll
coach, and I'll
take
take
Arbach as
Arbach
the
as the
GM.
GM.
Now
Now that's a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Because Arbach's
Arbach
going to get you
to the guys is going to draft very well, and Phil, you coach the fucking shit out of him.
Right. I like that.
You know,
Yeah.
and
Just
just
for the sake of it,
on
on
like
the Raptors.
So there's
So
no
hatred
no
no
more.
more.
You know
You know what I mean?
There's no
There's no
Boston
no more. It's
fucking
fucking Toronto.
Right. No, I agree. That would work.
Yeah, this one's definitely a preference. I mean, it was
fun
fun
to
to do.
do.
You know
You know
what I
what I
mean?
mean?
Right.
Because
I honestly, I forgot that Red went
nine
9 in a row,
Well,
8 in a row,
9 in a
9 in a
10
10-year
year span.
span though.
We all know
Yeah.
Well, Phil did 6 and 5. I damn
6 and 5.
5.
Absolutely.
Mate, you've assembled some of the, well, not you, you've coached some of the best assembled lines.
ever.
Yeah. Absolutely. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's whoever you want to pick. I mean,
like I
like
said,
I would trust Arbach as GM way more than I would fucking Phil.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't take anything away from Phil. Phil coaches his ass off.
That's
That's
very
very
apparent.
apparent.
Like he
He
stayed
stayed
in
in
one
one
area,
area.
he
He
stayed
stayed
in
in one team.
went
Went
through
through
that,
that one. Went to another team.
won
Won,
and did
did
it
it
again.
again.
Yeah.
And he
And he
certainly
certainly
embraced the
Laker
way
way
of
of
like,
like, we don't win, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Brought that triangle offense over to LA and
Yeah.
continued to win.
Excuse
So.
me. I mean,
That triangle was fucking something.
It was.
I
And
mean,
they ran it with the Bulls.
You know, it worked
Perfect
perfectly through Michael.
Michael, Kobe
just
just he literally just filled in.
Yeah.
He's like,
It's like, yeah, guys, like
this is the
it's
same
the same
thing
thing we did with the Bulls. Okay,
well, let's see
let's
how
see how it goes.
Fucking
Fucking 3 in a row, back to back to back.
Those 3
3
years
years
were
were
fucking crazy. Who
Who
they
they
knock
knock
off?
off?
They
They
knocked
knocked
off
off
the
the
Nets.
Nets.
One of
One of those years.
The Sixers.
The Sixers. Who else?
You're gonna find out. If my internet wants to work now.
If
my internet.
Really?
Yeah, that's what great.
Mind you, stupid shit.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm a fucking.
The
The
Nets.
Nets.
Really?
The
The
Kings.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
Kings,
Kings,
Nets, and
Nets,
Sixers.
Sixers.
That works. Fucking Google took forever.
Hmm.
That was the
That was the
Western
Western
Conference.
Conference,
Right?
right?
What the
What the
fuck?
fuck?
Mm. Oh, the Pacers.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
okay,
all
all
right.
right.
Pacers.
Nets.
Nets.
No, the Pacers, the Sixers, and then the Nets.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
Nets were a
Nets were
good
a good
team.
team.
Pacers were
Pacers
a
were
good
a
team
good
at
team
that
at that
time.
time.
yeah.
So were the
So were the
Sixers with
Sixers with
AI,
AI,
but
Kobe
Kobe
and
and Shaq
Shaq and
and Fisher,
Fisher,
Robert
Robert
Horry.
Horry.
That was,
Oh yeah.
that was a
It was
fucking
a fucking
team.
team.
All right,
All right,
guys, we'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Give you guys
You
some of
guys
that